Taurus, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 24th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Channel memberships are now live, you guys, so if you'd like to support the channel, get in on those special perks and exclusive members-only content, become a channel member. I'd love to connect with you guys over there. At the heart of your reading, we have Temperance in reverse. Tower at the bottom of the deck tells me that there's something that feels like it's falling apart when you really wanted it to come together. Some sort of like spirit is telling you this is all working out in your favor, but everything you see is like, what do you mean, Spirit, this is falling apart? Something's not adding up, at least the way that you are experiencing it. The challenge is the Chariot in reverse, this lack of alignment. You and your higher self are not seeing things the same way. Your focus is on Judgment in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. You feel like you don't want to go back to the past. There's something really clear that you've become clear on something where you believe that you can take on more. There's an opportunity that you've become aware of. You want to do both somehow. You want to do what you've been doing plus add in this new thing. And you think, well, I can still do the original thing justice. I don't have to drop it. I don't have to make more time in my schedule or in my day. I have enough time already. I have enough resources extra where I can add this second or new thing into the mix and everything's going to get done. I know I can do it. I have it in me. And it's tied to this sort of either future you want for yourself, maybe financial stability, maybe a side income. This has the energy of like taking on a second full-time job because it's such a great opportunity for potential wealth. But it's tied with this Judgment in reverse where, I don't know, you might be thinking I'm making a bad decision here, or I'm making a mistake, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I guess that's one possibility. But most often I see this Judgment in reverse meaning I'm not going to allow something from the past to reoccur, to reawaken in my life. I want to leave those energies in the past. So maybe those energies that you want to leave in the past are of lack or poverty or just a lower tax bracket. You see the potential to earn double or triple or quadruple what you've been earning, and you don't want to go back to living paycheck to paycheck or not knowing how you're going to make rent next month or not being able to afford the finer things that you've become accustomed to. Two of Cups in reverse in the recent past, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It sounds like this is stemming from a change in income due to a breakup. It's possible that you were living with someone, shared finances with them, and now you're flying solo and trying to line up your earning potential to match the sort of lifestyle that you want. From your higher self perspective, we have an interesting combination for this position, not gonna lie. The Devil, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Cups. So this is something good that can come from the situation. If you were to take a really like lifetime view of how this fits into your life, what you're going through right now, there's some sort of, if this is a negative, there's some sort of struggle or coming face to face with a toxic behavioral pattern, having a fight about it, and then coming out better friends for it. But sometimes the devil isn't that sort of toxic energy. Sometimes it's just those parts of ourselves that we repress because it's taboo, or like a temptation that, if expressed in healthy ways, can be the addition of that in your life can be fine, not necessarily causing any problems. Let's see. It has a little bit of energy of like gossip to it, like a group of friends getting together for drinks and then conversation going on that's a little backstabby, a little negative, a little insidious. Okay, so maybe there's like a helpful piece of gossip that you overhear or come to know through this experience, and that's somehow very meaningful or allows an important shift for you in your life. I'm going to throw out an interesting possibility. It's very specific, but it might be relevant for some of you. This could be like something having to do with fencing or like knife throwing. Like getting into a club where you are, like a forgery, where you, is that the right word? Where you're forging steel? Where you're like creating knives and swords and stuff? Because I can see this as like having a good time with friends creating weapons. If you've been a real pushover, if that would feel accurate, like with friends or in general in life, I could also see that combination of cards signifying a shift where you let your sort of inner rage, your righteous indignation, wake up and trigger a shift in your behavior where you're much more like explosive and putting your foot down and powerful in a way that would feel to you like you're being bad, like you're letting the bad side of you out. Standing up to your friends and tell, like, you know what, you're being a bitch right now. And maybe they are being a bitch right now, and you used to bite your tongue and never say anything about it, but you know what, you're going to be the bad guy. You're going to let the devil on your shoulder have his way and say the angry words to your friends. Right. In the near future, we have the Ten of Cups. I love it. I love that you're focused on Ten of Pentacles, even though it seems like it's, it feels complicated to you, the way that I'm picking up on your energy. You feel very joyful and happy with whatever is happening for you in the near future. It doesn't get much better than the Ten of Cups. If this is a breakup that you're moving past, you're not going to regret it. I think you're going to be loving life, all the ways that your life has changed and become better. You don't necessarily see coming, this Eight of Wands energy, either a lot of communication, Like, if you change your online status to single, there might be a lot of people coming out of the woodwork to express interest, where they've held back in the past. And you're like, hey, I was a person before. Why didn't you want to be friends with me then? I think it would have something to do with your relationship status. If not that specifically, then it's the sense of momentum in life. Things just seem to start snowballing or taking off in a way that's it's a mixed bag the way you're going to feel it. The emotions that I'm picking up on surrounding that energy is like, oh, this feels like a lot. Like, oh, does it have to go so fast? But then it's also encouraging and exciting, like, okay, here we go. I think it's just the sense of change you're a bit wary of. Like, you don't do too well with change in general, but you instigated this life change to begin with, so you're rolling with it in a sense. Your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. You want to remain open to what life has to offer. You're a little worried that you're going to feel numb to it, or that you're not going to know the right offer when it comes along. Or maybe you're just feeling discouraged, like maybe I'm never going to be receptive to a love offer again, or a friendship offer, this closed off emotional blockade. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's something that you're going to have to push through, or maybe it's something that's long term. The way this is all culminating, we have the Two of Wands, which is a crossroads. It's being on a certain path, heading in a certain direction, and then realizing that there's another direction that you could choose to take. The choice is going to be yours, whether you move in one direction or another, but at least you're going to have options. What advice do we have for Taurus as they are navigating these energies? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Don't do anything if your whole heart isn't in it. Let your heart guide the way. Just because there are expectations placed on you from other people, or the situation seems to dictate that you should be kind here, or you should be generous here, or you should guard the other person's feelings and let them down gently. Stop with all that. Spirit really wants you to put yourself first emotionally, and specifically is saying don't engage in behaviors that are out of alignment with how you are feeling. So Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back tomorrow.